peeps, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the project that I'm working on in NaNoWriMo, aka tomorrow. I am so excited to start writing this book. Like, I haven't been this excited to write a book in a long time. And I think that's because I've been thinking about this book for probably up to a month, all of October, and like planning it and everything, but I haven't let myself start writing it yet. So, the anticipation is high, and I honestly just can't wait to start writing it. It's going to be so magical. This NaNoWriMo is actually the first NaNoWriMo I have ever competed in, which is very exciting. It's also kind of a bit daunting because I'm not really sure how I'm going to go. This year I was like, I should totally do NaNoWriMo because I have this book idea, and that would be awesome to be able to finish this book idea within a month. That would be so cool. So that's the plan. So to start off with, I want to talk about my project that I'm working on, my work in progress, about to be work in progress because I'm about to start writing it. I'm going to be calling it Project TCB. It stands for like the book title, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to call it that, and I don't really want to reveal the title as of yet, so I'm just going to be calling it Project TCB. I've seen a few authors do this, and I just think it makes sense. Like, it gives the project a name, gives it something, not just work in progress. It can be Project TCB, but yeah, I just don't really want to reveal the actual title because I'm not sure if it is going to be that title. This story is like an adventure, sci-fi, like alternate world sort of reality. That's like the setting. At first I thought it was fantasy, but as I went along I realised that it really wasn't. It was more sci-fi. Yeah, it doesn't have any magic or dragons or mystical creatures or things in it, which is kind of what fantasy is, I think, whereas I think it's more sci-fi because it has sort of these interesting worlds and interesting sort of concepts and things in it that aren't realistic in our world. The characters written from third person, it's going to be written from third person, about a girl, and then there's also a boy who is also quite a main character. So there's sort of like one main character, but then another character who is pretty main as well. It's almost there's two main characters, but one of them is definitely the main one, because I like it in books when there is one main character. This book definitely has so many more characters than Out of West Street, which is going to be interesting because Out of West Street only had a really small handful of characters, whereas this book is probably going to have a lot more, which I think I'm going to really enjoy because, yeah, characters are so fun to play around with. Also, the world that it's set in is so different to Out of West Street. Out of West Street was very much set in, like, basically 3 locations, whereas this book has multiple different locations. Yeah, there's going to be so much more description, I feel, especially because it's from third person, and it's not from third person close either, so it's third person omniscient, I think that they call it, so it's very much telling the story from my point of view, not writing it from my character's perspective. And I wanted to do this because Out of West Street was first person, it was very much in her head, and I really kind of wanted to get some distance from the story for myself, like writing it, because writing Out of West Street was so close in the story and in this character's head. I wanted to change, and I really wanted to switch things up a lot. What else can I talk about? The plot? I'm not really sure if I want to go into the plot, but like the plot's kind of like very adventurous. Lots of different sort of things are going to happen. Again, so different from Out of West Street, where basically a few things happened. Like, I could count on one hand the main events, whereas in this book I feel like there's going to be way more like pivotal moments and so much more action and adventure, which I'm so looking forward to writing. When I first came up with this idea, I thought it was going to be more fantasy and not so sci-fi, but now that it's evolved into more of a sci-fi book, which I'm so excited about because I have written some more of that type of like futuristic sci-fi sort of thing in the past, and I find it so fun and exciting, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. For some reason I'm really out of breath. I'm not really sure why. I'm just gonna pray and I'll be back. Now I want to talk about NaNoWriMo and doing NaNoWriMo and how I'm approaching it, how I'm going about it, sort of what my plans are for NaNoWriMo. November, for a start, is not going to be a very busy month for me, thankfully. I have actually currently still got studies going, so I'm not working at the moment because I'm really trying to finish them off, which means I will have more time to write and I'll have less stress in my life, which is also good. So I'm really hoping to make the most of this month, and it just seems perfect for NaNoWriMo to be in this month as well. I feel very ready for NaNoWriMo tomorrow. I'm really excited for it. I'm more excited than I am nervous. In terms of how I'm going to go about writing this book and how I'm going to go about getting my word count goals down and everything, I think I write relatively fast compared to some people, and writing sprints really help me do that. So I'm probably going to rely a bit on writing sprints, like 25-minute sprints, just to get down a ton of words. When you do word sprints and you're just getting words out, they're not going to be perfect. I'm just going to open this again. Like, obviously, because you aren't taking a ton of time to like think about every word you're going to say. But I think NaNoWriMo is more about getting the words down, getting the first draft done, and you can edit from there. So word sprints is going to be something I will be using. Also, I think I would like to set myself a daily word goal, and I'm going to set that goal slightly above what I would technically have to do a day. So if you got the 50,000 words, divided it into 30, I think it's somewhere around 1,000 and something words. I think I'll just aim for 2,000 words a day, because guaranteed there's going to be days when I'm not writing, and I don't want to fall behind because of that. I want to be kind of ahead of myself, ideally. It all really depends on how it goes. It really seems weird to me that I haven't ever done NaNoWriMo, because I've heard so much about it, and I've watched so many NaNoWriMo vlogs. I just know a lot about it, and I've seen lots of other people do it, like online through YouTube. But I've never done it myself, and it feels so weird because I feel like I have done it, but I haven't. This day is feeling very long. I'm just waiting to write my book, and I'm like, Sunday end. I want Monday to come and for the 1st of November to begin. I'm honestly gonna get up tomorrow really early, I feel, and just write a ton of words. Another thing I want to talk about is like community around NaNoWriMo. I have signed up to there's like a NaNoWriMo site. I think there's community on there. But also, my main community around writing is my sister and my friend Lily. Lily is actually doing NaNoWriMo. We're doing it together. We're both going to be hyping each other up. It's so good how we can do it together. I'm so thankful to have you, Lily, because it's going to make this whole experience so much better, I think, having someone else doing it with me. We're hopefully going to do a NaNoWriMo like writing retreat weekend. Hopefully. It's just going to be so cool being able to like check in with each other, keep each other accountable. It's really helpful. And it's very handy having my sister there because I can rant to her if I need to, like ask her questions about my characters and my plot and everything, and she can give me some advice. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today, and I think I should stop now because it's probably gonna get like rambly and whatever. I can already feel myself rambling down other random paths. I'm gonna go, but yeah, I just wanted to chat with you about my project that I'm going to be working on in NaNoWriMo, and just NaNoWriMo itself, how I'm going about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Keep being awesome. Thanks peeps. Bye!